Documentaries is a new portion to News 35 where we showcase student documentary films along with a little Q&A. Here's Kayla Coons with the first Donumentary.
As you saw, local San Francisco businesses are going green. The University of San Francisco has become eco-friendly as well. USF recently placed 5th out of 200 schools in a recycling competition. I'm here with student Peter Thone, who knows a thing or two about going green. Now Peter, you recently did a recycling documentary. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I'm a media studies major here at the university, and I took a video productions class. So I just partnered up with Travis Bussey, and we made a short little 5-minute documentary I think is a good introduction to the USF recycling program and what we do, and just a little introduction to what it's all about, which I think is a pretty good thing.
That sounds great. Will you introduce it for us?
Yeah, sure. You're watching USFtv, and I hope you enjoy the documentary USF Recycles.
My name is Andrew Barnett. I'm a recycler for USF Recycles. Trying to do my part to clean up this ugly earth we're living in. Got limited resources. Got to make those last as long as we can.
My name is Joe Murphy, and I'm the environmental safety manager for the campus. But I also have supervision of the recycling program on the campus. Well, recycling is important because there is not an unlimited supply of things. I mean, everything is finite, and most animals tend not to mess their own nest up with their debris. Humans, on the other hand, can be very different in creating a debris stream that then they don't know what to do with. And it's kind of a sad testament that our best technology is to dig a hole in the ground, throw it in there, and bury it.
I didn't really know much about composting before. Didn't know what you can compost, what you can recycle. Most of what you throw away, I feel, most of what most people throw away could be composted or recycled. So, got me doing better with that stuff. Decreasing my carbon footprint.
Composting is relatively new compared to the actual recycling part of the program. We decided, well, we better get all the stuff that's coming out from the cafeteria itself, all the to-go containers and the cups and things like that. We had to work with Bon Appetit to switch to all compostable or recyclable material, so that you weren't faced with having to pick out your little ketchup packets that are plastic and throw them in the trash. And people on the way out, you have about 3 seconds to get them to do what you want them to do. And so we devised some advertising campaigns. I worked with a professor on the campus in the communications and in the advertising department, and they had some students who were doing a project for us, created the signage. We had pictures of the actual materials because we realized that people don't want to read on the way out, but they will match an image to what they're holding in their hand. So by slapping on pictures, we found that suddenly we're getting better compliance. And then once you get a critical mass of people doing it, they kind of put pressure on their peers, educate their peers, and you get this kind of rolling educational thing going on.
We live together and we have a trash can and a recycling bin.
Oh, it's definitely important, especially we now have a composting department. We're putting more emphasis on composting. But,
I love composting. I think it helps our earth out a lot, and I think that scraps of food, and you can just make that new stuff you can plant. I love it. I'm happy.
Over the years, it's always been interesting to see the different type of, there's sort of a kind of student who comes to this job, and that's held up over the years. The job has an attraction to students who are interested in the environment, who care about what's happening, and want to make a change. More recently now, it seems that the whole idea of stewardship of the environment, sustainability, as you going around, doing your own gardening, growing your own food, is kind of caught up with those students who were perhaps in the minority 10, 15 years ago, and now they are part of the mainstream concept. And so it's nice to see that mindset has triumphed in a sense and is winning out.
Wake up in the morning, cup of coffee, skate to school, punch in, put on my boots, go out and get started, pick up the truck, and go recycle. We go into Gilson, bring in a couple yellow bins, go up to every floor. There's a recycling room on each floor. In Gilson, they got got 2 bins in the recycling room, 1 bin in the bathroom. Just empty those bins into into the yellows. Drive the yellows up to the pad and dump them in these dumpsters.
Ultimately, we want to get to that point where we've got compost and recycling coverage everywhere, and that wherever you see a trash can, you're going to see a recycling bin and a compost bin. But definitely the program's growing, and it's certainly here to stay.
Save it, don't waste it.